Hi, this is Comic Writer 2020. I apologize for sounding a little lethargic. I'm just seeing a bit of a stomach ache, that's all. I'm going to be doing a playthrough of Outlast. We're going to be doing a new game. I don't think I'm going to play it on the higher difficulties. I think I'm just going to stick to normal, just because I don't really feel like doing any bullshit. And let's just jump right into it. Outlast contains intense violence, gore, graphic sexual content, and strong language. Please enjoy. You are Miles Upshur, an investigative reporter whose ambition is about to earn him an intimate tour of hell on Earth. Always willing to risk digging into the stories no other journalist would dare investigate, you will seek out the dark secret at the heart of Mount Massive Asylum. Stay alive as long as you can. Record everything. You are not a fighter. To navigate the horrors of Mount Massive and expose the truth, your only choices are to run, hide, or die. Yeah, that's about it. Or quick time events. That's really your only other option. Actually, I don't think they have those on consoles. I saw my introduction to the series was Markiplier, and I remember seeing on the parts where some of the inmates would grab you, like the guy that lights the kitchen on fire. He'll try to grab you. Yeah, that's a spoiler, but this game's been out for a while. I'm gonna shut up for a minute.
Patterns were to blame for livestock behavior and encourage ranchers and breeders to attend this weekend seminar on Beulah Avenue in Pueblo. And if you're out late tonight, you may see some low-flying helicopters near Silverthorne and Leadville. Seems the Arapaho Park Services will be spraying for an infestation of box elderbugs. But do keep all pets and children indoors.
Right. You don't know me. Have to make this quick. They might be monitoring. I did 2 weeks of software consult at Murkoff Psychiatric Systems facilities in Mount Massive. All sorts of NDAs I am very much breaking right now, but seriously, fuck those guys. Terrible things happening there. Don't understand it, don't believe half the things I saw. Doctors talking about dream therapy, going too deep, finding something that had been waiting for them in the mountain. People are being hurt and Murkoff is making money. It needs to be exposed. People are being hurt and Murkoff is making money. That's basically the premise to every Outlast game. Kind of like that they're the main villain, no matter how you look at it. All the fucking psychopaths you face here in the game, and the main bad guy's a corporation. Something I like about Miles that I didn't like about the main character for Outlast 2, Blake, whatever his name was. Despite the fact Miles doesn't talk, he's actually kind of got his own little personality. He's kind of snarky and shit like that. You'll probably see it. If you've never seen the game before, I apologize if I'm spoiling it. But, yeah. I'm probably gonna do that by accident. Well, not really by accident. Well, no, it's an accident, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. Something I always thought was cool. In the upper left corner, it, records how long you've had the camera up. I always thought that was pretty cool. Alright. Yeah, I always thought this, the asylum looked nice, yeah, just a nice little building. It's no Arkham Asylum or anything. Alright, notes. How do I access notes? Alright. Yes, this is what I mean. I start feeling sick just looking at this place. Mount Massive Asylum. Shut down amid scandal and government secrecy in 1971. Reopened by Murkoff Psychiatric Systems in 2009 under the guise of a charitable organization. Cell phone reception cut off abruptly a mile out, more like a jammer than lost signal. The Murkoff Corporation has a long track record of disguising profit as charity, but never on American soil. Whatever they thought they could get out of this place has to be big. Might finally be the story that breaks the bastards. That's another thing. I like that, like, you know, you can... It's not really a secret that the fucking corporation's awful. It's kind of like in real life how they're all awful. Like, you know, just no one does anything about it. And I feel like even if Miles, like, managed to get all this shit, like, let's say he gets in, he gets all the documents and shit, what's gonna happen? Are they gonna be held accountable? No. But it's a game, so you gotta have, like, that semblance of hope and shit, because if it's too real, it's not fun. Alright. I always thought it was weird you can't click left, like L3, the left stick, to run. It's gotta be L1. I just thought that was a little weird. Don't think anyone's home. Lights are on, but nobody's home. Or nobody's there to answer the door, I don't know. I gotta tell you, I don't know who's got bigger, like, who's more brave, like Miles Upshur or Frank West, because, like, Miles is, like, just a normal guy. He's walking into this situation. It very clearly looks like it's gonna be bad. Doors are locked, all this shit. Like, I don't know what else this guy's been through, but, you know, he must have been through a lot. No, yeah, that's one way to do it. Yeah, don't use the ladder, Miles. I decided to do this because I started playing Outlast Trials, and that was a lot more fun than I thought it would be, and I kind of got a bit of a fix on the game. So that's cool. Now for the signature cut for the color scheme of this franchise. Green and black. Kind of like that it's like this, because I feel like they could have also done, like, white and black, kind of like, you know, on that, like, I think Ghost Hunters does that thing. Is Ghost Hunters still a thing? I don't know. But, yeah, I like the color for the night vision. It's really cool. Barricades. I gotta wonder what the story is here. Like, you gotta imagine it was probably some, like, doctors, or maybe even patients barricading the halls, maybe the soldiers that came in. I also like that you can hide in, like, chimneys. Like, that, in 2013, I was, like, 15, it was really... Shut up. God damn it. Alright. I always thought it was really cool how, like, I lost my train of thought, I'm sorry. Batteries. I've actually heard, like, the Camry has, in real life wouldn't really operate off batteries, but it's like, yeah, also in real life, you know, half the shit that happens to you in this game would, like, kill you. Work off Psychiatric Systems, Project Wallrider, Mount Massive, Co. Yeah, I don't think I need to read all that. Alright. Patient's name is... We'll just call him Billy. Patient claims to have progressed to self-directed lucid dream states, morphogenic engine activity observed at unprecedented scale, continuing stage 4 hormone schedule. Diagnostics. Spirometry revealed no bronchial accumulation, however you say it. Hematocrit centrifuge again failed to separate erythrocytes, let's go with that. Highly worrisome. MRI revealed arithmetic NREM cycle, laughter in NREM state. Billy asks about the status of his mother's lawsuit against Murkoff and the asylum. This represents a catastrophic breach in security, despite Billy's claims that he discovered the truth in the blood dreams of Dr. Trager. Note, the only Trager on company records, one Richard Trager, is an executive from MRD. All orderlies and security personnel must be questioned and video security improved to include analytical biometrics. I think that's really cool. They do that little foreshadowing, because it's like they make all this like supernatural stuff seem like it's the case, and I like when games do that. Like they try to make it like, oh, it's like Dead Space or Silent Hill, where the supernatural shit's real, but in reality it's like, I think you're just supposed to lock the stall, not the door, but I can't stop you. Close that. Is that like a spine? I always wondered what these were. Like, there's these little reused assets of this little thing. Sometimes you can see them on the countertops and shit. I don't think it's a spine. A little too flexible, I think. I don't know. Blood. Just, like I said, Miles must have been through some shit. He's climbing through air vents. Frank West didn't even do that. I mean, he jumped out of a helicopter, but Frank West didn't climb through air vents. Wait, yes he did. What am I talking about? That's another thing. I like how, like, some of the inmates are actually just, like, a more realistic, like, sort of mentally ill inmate. They're not, like... They're not all dangerous. Some of them are actually just really victims just as much as Miles is, or any of the people here. And also... You know, I've watched through and played through this game a couple times. I've never noticed that this guy falls on his ass. I always thought he just got brushed aside by the door. Alright. Alright, I think we got our story. Miles, what do you think? Yep. That's a body count right there.
They killed us. You got out. The variants. You can't fight them. You have to hide. You can unlock the main doors from security and control. You have to get the fuck out of this terrible place.
You know, I always wondered how it ended up like this, because these guys have got guns. Like, I know the inmates are, like, really fucking, like, there's a lot of them, and a lot of them are really violent, psychotic, and especially Chris Walker, who are going to be meeting really soon. But, like, these guys had guns. I don't know, maybe it was like Aliens, where they, like, came out of the fucking, like, they were hiding, they used stealth to their advantage. Okay, oh yeah, we had a note from Miles. Hang on. I'm inside. Bodies everywhere. Blood. Burn marks. Heads lined up like bottles behind a bar. Dead Murkoff scientists hung from the ceiling. Their badges say Murkoff Advanced Research Systems. Murkoff's long-time MO has been to profit off... Murkoff's long-time MO has been to profit off the exploitation of supposed charity. Fuck the third world and bankroll another billion. Typical corporation. How did Murkoff think they would make money off of a building full of crazy people? There's some kind of tactical cop pinned like a pig on a spit. Tells me to get the fuck out and then dies. Would have been a good thing to hear when I could still leave the way I came. This game, like, so I was in high school, like freshman year, when this game actually came out in 2013, or was it 2014? Regardless, something I thought was cool was, like, this game had its own story. This game had a budget to it, like Like, okay, how do I explain this? Like, there were a lot of indie games, like, for example, like, you know, you'd see YouTubers like Markiplier playing them, and... Oh, hang on.
Little pig.